Hi, I'm Debbie Hart, Communications Director for the City of Kemah. I'm going to be introducing our speakers, which is Lieutenant Commander Karen Damon with the U.S. Coast Guard, Police Chief Walter Gant, Emergency Management Coordinator Brent Hahn, and also standing here with us is our Mayor Terry Gale.
Good evening. I'm going to start with an overview of the case as we know it to date. At about 09:30 this morning, the Coast Guard received a report of an individual that works with the Kemah Boardwalk who went into the water to attempt to rescue a distressed kayaker. He swam about 100 yards offshore, and on his return trip, he was unable to make it back to shore safely, and we have since commenced a search for him. There's about 10 to 12 agencies on scene throughout the day today searching, and our search efforts will continue through this evening. I'd like to open it up for questions at this time.
Could you all identify the man who went missing?
The individual's name is Todd Riddle. That's Todd Riddle.
R-I-D-D-L-E?
Toddriddle.
His age?
He's 56 years of age.
And what was his position, or what is his position at Kemah Boardwalk?
I don't know the exact title of his position at this time.
Can you talk to us about the conditions of the water? Is it rougher out there than normal? Or?
Throughout the day, the waves have been pretty consistent. The boats at times were having difficulty, but they were able to prevail, but it was pretty difficult at times getting close to the dock.
I heard a rumor that Todd might have been related to somebody in the department. Is there a connection there?
That connection that is true. He's related to one of our officers. Yes.
To the Coast Guard, can you tell us about? We've seen drones flying all over the coast. Can you tell us, is this new technology, how can it help to find the person?
Yes, sir. I can certainly speak to the drone efforts, and I'd also like to thank Texas City. They've brought out their drones with infrared capabilities. So drones are a relatively new technology that we've employed for search and rescue for the Coast Guard. As you know, we can't leave a helicopter in the air continuously. They do have to go back and refuel and swap out crews. So the drone provides us coverage when that helicopter has to go back to base to refuel or recrew. They are a very good resource for near-shore environment, or we can deploy them. Recently have just deployed them from boats to help with the search efforts.
Is it a search and rescue effort, or is it a recovery?
It is currently a search and rescue effort. We will continue to search throughout this evening, and as long as the individual remains viable on the surface.
Are you planning to continue the search in case nothing is found today, tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, we'll look to recommence search efforts with our government partners in hopes of finding him on the surface, yes.
Obviously, since you have to release the victim's name, is the family aware of the situation? Who talked to them? How are they feeling now?
The family has been informed in regards to how they feel. You know, they're very mournful. They're sad at this time. So we're definitely asking the public to send out their prayers to the family.
Once again, can you walk us through how this all began, how you became involved in the whole situation?
So as I mentioned, he witnessed, and several people on the boardwalk witnessed a kayaker whose kayak tipped over, and the kayaker was in the water. He was looking like he was struggling, so Todd went into the water after him with an attempt to save him. That kayaker was subsequently rescued by a good Samaritan, and Todd's efforts don't go unnoticed. We appreciate all the efforts of all our good Samaritans out there. When they see someone in distress, they're willing to go out and go the distance. But we always encourage you to keep a mindful eye as far as safety in the water is concerned.
How many people went after the kayaker? There was Todd, there was at least one other person. Was it two or?
I'm not sure at this time how many.
Okay.
Is the boardwalk still open to the public, or is in regular season it's not open inside?
At this time, we have that area that's closed off at this time, but it should open probably maybe tomorrow afternoon. The restaurants are all open for business though.
Can you talk about recommendations to people who might be looking to be out in the water either today or the next few hours?
I mean, you definitely want to make sure you have the proper protection if you're out in the water, and you want to be aware of your surroundings. You know what's going on, the conditions of the water, the level of the water. This was just an unfortunate, event. So.
All right, this morning we started with 4 local agencies, 1 federal agency, and Lieutenant Commander, how many do we have now? Is it like over 20?
We have about 10 agencies that have participated throughout the entire search and rescue effort, and that does not, sorry, step up here. It's about 10 agencies that have participated in the search and rescue effort throughout the entire day. We've also had several volunteers participate, and Kemah Boardwalk has extended quite a bit of hospitality to all the responders out there.
All right, I'd like to recognize Sheriff Brian Hawthorne that came from Chambers County to give his support, and we're all working, giving our the most effort that we can do all together as a joint force. We're going to look through the night. Thank you all for coming.